Atiku reveals how to pull Nigeria from economic brink. We all know that before now, Atiku has always criticized presidency, and he has always described them as being incompetent. Remember, about a week ago or so, he stated that presidency is filled with incompetent hands, also meaning that the president himself, President Muhammadu Buhari, is incompetent as well. And because we all know that you are strong as your weakest link. So if all of them are incompetent, it means he's incompetent as well. Right now, he's got the solution for Nigeria. Quite interesting. But before we look into it, and please, if you haven't yet subscribed to us, please do click on the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up and just hit the like button, and just to let us know you appreciate what we're doing. So right, let's go back into the news. Atiku reveals how to pull Nigeria from economic brink. Atiku Abubakar, a former vice president, has urged Nigeria to diversify its economy to pull the nation from the brink. According to Atiku, Nigeria should embrace agriculture as the primary sector embanked for development because agriculture is a low-hanging fruit and key to ensuring food sustenance. He also advised that the West African giant to begin to invest in its resources wisely to maximize dividends, adding that the reliance on crude oil is failing Nigeria. Atiku said this in a report he titled "How to Pull Nigeria from the Brink" and posted on his official Twitter page on Thursday. He said, as of today, Nigeria is pricing its very low sulfur sweet crude at $10 per barrel, yet buyers are balking. Our sweet oil is becoming a little bitter. The era of oil is gone, and we must face the fact that reliance on crude oil is failing Nigeria and other monoproduct economies, crude oil exporters. We need to diversify our economy. It's easier said than done, but that does not mean it is an impossible task. In Nigeria, our diversification should embrace agriculture as the primary sector embarked for development because agriculture is a low-hanging fruit, is key to ensuring food sustenance, and with the recent signing of the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, which favors Nigeria economy greatly, with about 60% of its land access, and arguably I genuinely believe that Nigeria is capable of becoming the food basket of the rest of Africa, and the money should be circulating within Africa, strengthening our currency, growing our GDPs, and enriching our people. Now is the time for Nigeria to make those hard decisions it has postponed for far too long. Otherwise, the alternative is an apocalyptic scenario we would rather not entertain. We must, as a nation, begin to invest our resources wisely to maximize dividends. We must cut our coat not according to our size, but according to our cloth. Our presidential air fleet of almost 10 planes should go. Our large budget for our legislation must go. The planned $100 million renovation of our parliament must be cancelled. We cannot be funding non-necessities with debt and not expect our economy to collapse. Civil servants must realize that Nigeria cannot sustain its size and profligacy. The same cost-saving measures must be adopted by the states and council governments. Wow. So, my people, we all know that we are really in a crisis period. It's not just Nigeria; it's the whole nation. The whole nation is being plagued by this coronavirus pandemic, and it's not been business as usual. It has affected all sector, and shockingly, it has affected our oil. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that there's something that would actually affect the sale of our crude oil? Like he called it, he said our sweet oil is now turning into a bitter oil. Yeah, because no one is looking for it right now. What people are focusing on, they are focusing on different aspects of their economy, how to strengthen their health sector to see that a lot of people get well and get back on their feet. They are diverting and restructuring and replanning and doing all they need to do to see that their economy is back to place. Even what other nations are also doing as well, they're also seeing how well they can release money into the society again, into the system again, how to help small companies, how to give loan to reboost their businesses again, because this is all that makes the economy what it is. And so he's stating here that Nigeria should look back into going back into agriculture. We know we are blessed with vast land, and that will really help boost our economy. We have to go back into that. But he made something very shocking, quite shocking, that Nigerians have to do, that we need to do again. Presidency have to do this. You can imagine that even in this period of this pandemic and this uncertainty that we're all facing at the moment, we still have some strange budgets that have been passed. The other day, it was about over 800 billion was approved for President Muhammadu Buhari. And where are those money coming from again? We're getting into debt and getting into debt the more. He's talking about cancelling a lot of projects that are not necessary at this moment. He calls them necessities. That's quite correct. If this budget and the country is planning is geared towards strengthening our healthcare system, it's quite different. If they are saying we're pouring in, we're putting in this huge amount, 100 million, 200 million into our healthcare to see that our healthcare is of standard and all of the hospitals are up to standard, it's quite understandable, because that's what is even needed in this time that we are in. But right now, they are planning renovation of parliament with $100 million. What sort of renovation? Parliament, they are looking to. These guys, they are something else. They've not even thought about renovating all of the hospitals, the UBTH, the LUT, all of the hospitals, and even raising more, because one is not enough, even in a city. Even raising more new ones, equipping hospitals and all of that. They are not planning that. They're looking for how they will renovate parliament. And the renovation of parliament, that is where this fraud comes in. That is where they begin to manipulate figures and divert all that they can divert to themselves. He also talked about cutting down. That right now what Nigeria has to do, that you have to cut your coats according to your cloth, not according to your size. Quite correct. Very correct, Atiku. That's what he has said. Right now, our presidential fleet of almost 10,000 planes, what are we doing with them? He's saying that those must go. What are we doing? Over 10,000 planes, 10 planes on our presidential fleet. We have to let go of them and channel all of those money into the society so that it gets to everyone, so that it reach everyone. We enrich our economy. If not, what's coming, what Atiku is talking about, he can see far. We know that he's a presidential candidate as well at the moment, and all of that. So he's trying to help presidency see what they cannot see. What they cannot see. That's what Atiku is stating. And Nigerians, to be quite honest, he's quite correct. I don't see any reason for going to renovate a parliament at these trying times. That's not what we need. And our large budget of legislation must go as well. That is all he's talking about. So people do want us to comment on this, because what these guys are doing, right now, they've enriched themselves. So even this lockdown, people are not going out for daily activities. People are not doing business as usual. It doesn't affect them. Their accounts are loaded. They've looted all that they can loot. The only thing that they don't have access to this period is to fly out of the country. But as per their account, loaded. So it's quite shocking what all of the things going on in our country. So people, I do want you to leave your comment, do leave your take, share your thoughts on this, and let's have a healthy conversation about all that Atiku has stated. I believe, to be honest, that he's trying to point Nigeria in the right direction. So I want to take this time to say thank you to everyone that have subscribed. Please, if you haven't subscribed, click on the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Just hit on the like button to let us know you appreciate what we're doing here. So I want to say thank you once again till I come your way again. Bye for now, and God bless.